Well, guys, fourth gear is gone. 97 all-wheel drive turbo Talon. Fourth gear is gone. This isn't like exactly an how-to video, although, it might be helpful for you. I will link below a great video on how to replace the end clutches to get your fourth gear back in an automatic transmission for the 2G all-wheel drives. I'll link that below. John from AWD Trans does a great job on that. But this is me getting into it. This is my version. This is my vlog or whatever you want to call it. Let's do this. Thanks for watching. All right, so we got an end clutch kit here from IPT Trans up in northern area, New Jersey. Hawthorne, New Jersey, I believe it is. So we're going to open these clutches up, and we're going to soak these bad boys in some John Deere High Guard. And this should be our trick to getting fourth gear back. Somehow fourth gear went out on this, and I can 100% say it wasn't because I went into boost in fourth gear. I'm very easy on fourth gear as of late because I have hurt these end clutches before when it was my fault. But I'm not sure why this seems to happen to me like every so often. I would say maybe once a year, but that's actually a lot considering I don't even drive the car that much. So I don't know. Got to figure out why. I'm going to maybe see if I can open the laptop with force 4 shift box and softened fourth gear shift. So through overdrive, basically. See if I can soften that shift because we do have full line pressure. Maybe that'll help, but I know plenty of people that have higher power cars that don't seem to be having end clutch issues like me. Waking up the Folgers in your cup. All right, we soaked them in here with some High Guard fluid. This is what I use in my trans. And yeah, so we'll let this soak. Some people say it only needs to soak for a couple days, but I'll definitely give it 24 hours. All right, so bumpers got to come off, cars got to get in the air, and tires got to come off so we can get to the end clutch basket on this side, passenger side. All right, we got the tire off, and we're gonna take this off. Looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess just 4. I don't think there's any other one I'm missing. You can see this thing's loaded up with RTV. It's been fighting leaks for years. Finally, it's leak free. We'll see if it's leak free after taking this off. But yeah, I'm gonna put a little pan under it to catch any drips. But that's where we're at. Get this drum out. All right. So the good news is the end clutch kit is out. Bad news is that's missing a chunk of metal. All right. So I just did a little research, and it looks like there is supposed to be a gap there, right here. I was just concerned because the edges seem a little rough, but it seems like that's pretty normal to be a gap there. That's so the fluid can pass through. So that's good. So we're gonna bring this drum to Marty at RX 4Speed. I'm gonna let him do it. I tried to change this myself before, and I had some issues because you need like the snap ring remover. You need a good press in order to get everything out. So I don't know how much I'll film of that, but I'm just going to let him do it because I know he can do it in like 15 minutes. So I'm going to leave it to the expert, but we'll come back to this. All right, so we're just driving to the shop, RX 4Speed. Got the end clutches in the back, and going to have Marty at RX 4Speed help me out with that. Just enjoying a nice little drive in the 6-speed manual or Sex Type S. Fun little ride, good on gas. I've been enjoying it. I've had this for 2 years now. Been enjoying this thing. Super reliable, great on gas. But anyways, let's go get this done. You see that seal right there? Well, try not to rip it when you're installing brand new clutch pack. That's what we did. Sucks. All right, so update. So update. I'm back from RX 4Speed. We looked up the video on how to do it because we have done it before, but it's been a while. And one of the seals, there's a rubber seal that's inside of the end clutch packs. One of the seals on the pump, it's called, that kind of ripped a little bit when we were installing it, which was, our fault. So I just emailed IPT Trans up in North Jersey, asked if they could just send me a new rubber seal. Obviously, I could pay for it. It's probably only a few bucks. But the clutches are obviously fine. But the clutches were burned up, and there was that same seal was also all sliced up inside of the clutch pack. So I'm wondering, the last time I installed it, if some of that seal caught, but I didn't notice it. So maybe that's why my clutch pack did not last that long. So we got to be real careful putting that rubber seal back. But right now, my cam gear cover, if you look right there, you can see the cam gear is rubbing a little bit. And this is one of those Zakely Corp cam gear covers. So I'm going to actually see if I can cut it a little bit more above all that. So, because I like to have the cam gear cover on for this top part right here because of this hood. In case this hood was ever hit the bare belt, that could do some damage to the belt. So I'd rather have the hood. If it's going to hit, which before you could see it hit a little bit right there, I'd rather hit this. It's like a peace of mind thing. I don't really care too much about the cam gears being exposed. This isn't a daily driver. But yeah, so I'm going to cut this up with a little Dremel and test fit it back on. Sorry, losing my voice here. All right, so we Dremeled this bad boy. It gave it a lot more room. And I just got to watch this lower lip. So I would like this to come a little lower. As long as she stays fine, we're good. It's not the cleanest cut. You can see him. Still got some pieces here. I might take it back off and sand this down. But to the naked eye, still looks pretty good. Again, it's just to protect this opening. This is Carbonetics AB hood, I believe they call it, but this is version 1, where you actually did have to modify this. It's a lot closer if you take the timing cover on. You don't have to cut as much. I'm pretty sure you still have to cut. Somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. But, yeah, I like the clear timing cover on there. I like to be able to see the timing gears, timing belt. And obviously I like a cover on running a hood like this where it's exposed to the elements. And if you hit a hard bump, I have seen this hit the cover before. That's why there's a slight little mark on there. You see that white mark there? It's just from hitting the cover. So I'd rather hit the cover than hit the timing belt, as you know. All right, let's get these end clutches in and go from there.
It's going to take a minute to start because it's only 85.
I'm filming this whole thing.
So you really shouldn't need his tune because it should be on that chip. So
Not that his tune was that great. I think he had idling
I don't even
issues.
think it's going to turn over. I don't think it's going to crank. My bad. Oh shit.
All right, Bill, I'll give you $200 right now. Shut it off. back here. A lot of water.
Water?
Or fuel. Fuel.
Fuel.
That's goals. All right, so I did get the seal from the pump that was in here. I meant to bring home the seal that ripped, but it's the circle one on the outer pump, which is the thin piece of metal, the last piece of metal that's in here when you take this all out. I don't want to mess with any of it now because it's all in there pretty good. But I'm going to lube up the inside of here. I'm going to lube up the seal on the outer, which is right there. Don't forget about that seal. I even got some extra when he resent me the seals. He only charged me $20 shipped, so there probably was $0 made by him just to send me that out, which was great. So thank you to John at IPT. And also I'm going to use some Vaseline and put this seal here. That is going to go on the outer piece right here. So I'll put a little Vaseline in here, and I'm gonna lube all this up too. Put a little just like some trans grease in there. All right, but don't forget you have a seal that's stuck in there, so I'm gonna take this off now. Actually, probably in good shape, but is that a little rip there? See the way this is ripped here? The other one was a little worse, the seal that I needed to get replaced, but just to show you that these seals do go over time, especially if you burn up clutches, because then it just beats everything up. So we're going to do all that and get this. This thing's pretty gross, I know, but I shouldn't need any of this, but I just was chasing leaks for years with this transmission. So I'm going to clean all that up too, and then have this hold on with a zip tie, because I didn't even want to take this. I didn't want to take that clip out. Just figure why even do that, because it definitely is greased up, gunked up. So wasn't looking for any more problems. So let's go from there. All right, so I got these all sealed up. I'm telling you guys this also so I remember. So if I have to do this again, I can refer back to this video. But obviously, I think I said this earlier when I took it off, but 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But this fourth one up here for me was kind of stripped out. So I put a nut on the back of it, and I got it pretty darn tight. So I actually did have to do that last time, but I kind of forgot until I started threading it back on, because that nut will fall off when you start unthreading it. So I forgot there was an extra nut back there, but got that squared away. So what we'll do is we'll start her up, check for leaks. And before I even put her back on the ground, since I got her in the air, I'm going to change her oil real quick and put a new oil filter on while I'm here. But yeah, just want to tell you guys that and remind myself of that. I mean, if there's one to be stripped, I'd rather it be that one that I actually have access to the back. And I could probably replace these threads eventually. Just put some new threads in there. Listen, we all have dreams of a dream garage, right? I wouldn't call this my dream garage. But man, am I glad I have a small garage. Look at it out here. Sometimes you gotta be blessed with what you have. And I'm glad I have a dry garage to not hold me up. I can keep getting things done. Oil's all done. One. Turbo timer should be going off. And we'll take her on a little ride probably tomorrow. POV when your kids are napping and you need to do a cold start, but they're napping in the house. This is what you do. Hellcat owners can't do that. Too heavy. So we have gears 1 through 3. After this red light up here, we should be able to test fourth. What I do is I click it all the way down to 1. That's success. I'll cruise around for another couple miles and go from there. All right. So obviously we have fourth gear back. That went good. So I'm going to actually drive this to work tomorrow. Got some fresh E85. I have plenty of fuel, but you saw that gas light come on, so I just threw a 5-gallon jug in there, and I did top it off and put some more in there. So I'm going to take a ride to work tomorrow, put some miles on this thing, and make sure all is good. But if something happens, I will add it in the description below. But yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.